Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. As our wonderful moderator, Dr. Derek, said, my name is Debbie McCormick, and it's my pleasure to present to you this evening an unpassive overview to become a founder of your own company.
If you could just click the icon that is beside the negative minus sign at the bottom.
No, I think I overlooked that. Thank you. Thank you. Here we are. All right, let me get rid of the ruler bar from my screen. All right, we're good to go. All right, my screen is where I want it to be. And Unpassive is the name of what we're talking about at this stage, and who is the CEO of Unpassive. Here is his image, our one and only, the image of our CEO. And his name is Mr. Ash Mufareh. Mr. Mufareh is a man with a vision for the future. He thinks less about himself and more about people who care, who are struggling to make ends meet. And those people are you and I will add our extended families, because we, as we all know, we do have a lot of extended families. He has a master's degree in information technology and e-commerce. Mr. Mufareh has over 20 years experience in online business. He understands the true power of the internet. And to add, Mr. Mufareh and his family live in Orlando, Florida. And empowering the path to safe and artificial intelligence, Unpassive, for you to know, is enabling AI-powered applications to be rapidly deployed and scaled while exploring and navigating to institution-wide automation. Unpassive is the power of IT solutions, internet information technology solutions, in simplifying the complexities of your business needs with AI services. With Unpassive, we think AI, we think artificial intelligence. So be part of the revolution with Unpassive, which is the future of your online business. Unpassive is the suite of SaaS solutions for small businesses, power of IT solutions. And by SaaS, I mean software application as a service delivered remotely via the cloud. And Unpassive will help in building a technology that's fit for the future. Unpassive is the art of innovation, enabling the total value of game-changing artificial intelligence solutions. It's time, just one moment, please. It's time you thought about what machine learning can do for your business. Machine learning can learn from data to solve the real-world problem without being unequivocally programmed. And For all of us who are in this forum right now, what is the best way for us to live this life easily? As Warren Buffett, a very well-known millionaire, says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So Unpassive is finding a way for you to work while you sleep. It's working for you. We all want that. We all would like somebody else instead of us working 24/7 to help us get to that stage where we're financially stable. And Unpassive is the right place to be. So Warren Buffett is not saying something wrong. He has that experience, and why shouldn't we listen to him? I think we should, and Unpassive is the answer. And what is Unpassive? I'll tell you a little bit about it. It is privately owned, and Unpassive, as we speak right now, is a unicorn company. And in business, a privately owned company is considered unicorn when its startup value is over $1 billion, and that's Unpassive. Unpassive is the one-stop shop for all your innovative and technological necessities, and it will help you transform an offline business into an online business. Unpassive is what? It is the vision. What is the vision of Unpassive? I'll share that with you very soon. Unpassive is the ultimate, complete, and unique digital marketing platform. Unpassive ensures that everyone succeeds regardless of their background or ability. Meaning, it does not matter whether you have a background in information technology in any field, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, regardless of your age, you can be a founder in Unpassive. Even if you have an unborn fetus, that individual can become a founder in Unpassive and definitely will be successful. Your background is irrelevant. A barber can become a founder, a farmer can become a founder, and a millionaire can become a founder as well, because we all want something uniquely that will suit our purpose. So the background is irrelevant. It's just you becoming a founder in Unpassive. The vision of Unpassive, it offers the simplest environment with the highest standards and the most value while sustaining the benefits of a global stimulus plan. Unpassive vision is to help humanity. I have humanity in caps here because it reminds me of a statement that the CEO of Unpassive, Mr. Ash Mufari, made some time ago about the reason why he decided to do what he's doing. He so admired Mother Teresa and he wanted to emulate her. As good as Mother Teresa was in whatever she was doing, she did not have the wealth, the means to empower others. So Mr. Mufari decided that he was going to hand this golden platter to each and everyone who decides to share in his vision. That's where the heart for humanity in him comes out, regardless of who you are. He wanted as many Mother Teresas out there as possible. And that's why he made it affordable to a lot of people, including you and I. And that's the heart for humanity. I cannot overemphasize that. Who in the world would do it? I don't know any. And if you do, I'll be glad when we can get the opportunity to discuss that. But for now, I want to share with you the location of the corporate office of Unpassive. It is located in Orlando, Florida. And ONPASSIVE is registered in Delaware. They have offices in Singapore and Bangladesh, as well as Hyderabad, India, where the support and technical staff are based. ONPASSIVE is legal. It is legal and compliant in over 200 countries and territories of our planet Earth. And as of March 30th, 2022, ONPASSIVE owns floors 134 and 151 in the Burj Khalifa building, Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. These are the structures of where the offices are based. The first one has the address of the office in Orlando, Florida. The next one has the shape of the building in Hyderabad, India. And these three tiers here indicate the office in Singapore. And the Burj Khalifa building is the last one in Dubai. So these are all the locations of the offices of ONPASSIVE. And with ONPASSIVE, you can own your own personal website, and ONPASSIVE will build it for you. You could name it unpassive.com/Manye. You can come up with other unique names like manyedigital.com or veronatech.com or roseberry.com. You can do whatever you choose. Is your choice of your company name, and ONPASSIVE will build your website for you any way you personalize it. And ONPASSIVE, to add, is a top marketing automation done for you. Real-time guaranteed visitors and sign-ups done for you as well. Breakthrough products to automate your financial freedom. And what is the cost to become a founder? To become a founder in this one and only opportunity in a lifetime for those of us in this generation and the next, because our previous generation missed out on it, it requires only $97, which is, by the way, refundable. An additional $5 processing fee is charged by the credit card company, so you will be prepared to pay a total of $102. And this is by invitation only. If you are in this forum, someone definitely invited you, and we're glad to have you. But also know that at lunch, the $102, you will need, at lunch you will need, besides the $102 you're paying initially, you'll have to pay an additional $300, which is a one-time out-of-pocket fee. And with this, I will add that I own a non-for-profit organization, which was launched to the public. I actually got the documentation on January 6th of this year. And for me to get it launched, I spent $967. And that is based on the state in which I registered my non-for-profit and all the required fees, getting a domain site, as well as the IRS compliance. So that's how much it cost me. So it means if you join ONPASSIVE, you'll come out of your wallet a total of $402. But that is a lifetime thing. The $967 I spent is just for 12 months, renewable, and there's no guarantee if next year that figure will not go up. So just to give you something to think about as I go further. And what problem is ONPASSIVE solving for you? ONPASSIVE will automate product selling for you. They will automate building customers. They will follow up sales and internet, which will lead to you becoming a millionaire in your own business. And what do you have to do? You do not need to do anything. There's no selling of products on your part. And all you have to do is, you do not need to share, but there is sharing. You can share with others, but you can share if you choose to. If you choose not to share, it's still okay. But if you're not here, it's because somebody shared with you, right? So, what do you choose? Because Unpassive does all the work for you, and they're using artificial intelligence and the machine learning technology to do the automation for you. These are the products, some of the products that Unpassive has. And it's a one-stop shop under one umbrella. That means what we currently have out there in the internet world, Unpassive has all of them under one roof. This is a no joke because there isn't any single company like this out there. I will just share a little bit about an experience I had on my birthday. Before my non-for-profit was approved, I offered to volunteer anyone who donated something for my birthday to a friend's non-for-profit. And whatever funds that I raised, I told everybody, if you want to give me a birthday gift, please donate to this non-for-profit. And they did. But when we went to collect the money in the end, my friend told me whatever the total I said was posted on my site, they only received a total of 60% out of the 100% whatever figure that was raised. 40% was shared amongst Facebook, PayPal, and the company that is processing the payment on his non-for-profit. But with Unpassive, we have Oh Bless. And Oh Bless has a similar product out there that's called GoFundMe. GoFundMe will take a percentage of whatever money you raise for your cause. But Oh Bless will charge you 0 out of whatever you raise for your cause. Isn't that awesome? I think it is. And at this stage, I wanted to share this, the benefits of you becoming a founder of Unpassive. You will have the bragging rights of being a founder in this great, big, giant organization. You have data center profit sharing and many other forms of revenue sharing. You will have your own private virtual office. You will have personal websites with your name or name of your choice, as we saw earlier. You will have the first look at all new products, beta testing. Priority positioning in the company ahead of millions of customers. In addition to all of the above, you have extra advertising and marketing from Unpassive in your business. Awesome. And all of that you get 100% risk-free, and it is guaranteed 100% risk-free. You don't have such businesses out there anymore. Never. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. There's no risk-free guarantee business out there. Unpassive is. And I find this financial freedom quote by Robert Kiyosaki, who is, I think he's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I find it very touching because he says that financial freedom is mental, emotional, and education process. More important than how we achieve financial freedom is the why. Why do we achieve financial freedom? Because we want to have that freedom of being able to help and sustain ourselves. And also to obtain financial freedom, Robert says, one must either be a business owner, an investor, or both, generating passive income, particularly on a monthly basis. And you can be active or passive in unpassive. Now, if you're active, you can choose to be active by becoming a founder and sharing your company with everyone. Or you can be passive, which means you can decide to be a founder and don't share. But I urge you, if someone invited you, that person did love you, that person cares for you, thought about you without you knowing, and they reached out to you. Don't you think it will be the same thing for you to think of somebody in your life at this moment, now that we have just 10 days, to also think and share with somebody in your life? As of this afternoon, we have currently and counting 1,367,655 founders worldwide and counting. That means this number is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. It is climbing for the next 10 days. And we have nearly 1.4 million. And we hope that you who are here, you are going to add more by sharing. So this number keeps growing, and it's growing by the minute. And as Dr. Derek mentioned earlier, this founder's position is not going to go on forever. It's ending on June 22nd, 2022 at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And there's no turning back, it's set. And unpassive is the correction to the corruption. That is what our CEO said in one of his very own words, and I'm not letting that go anywhere. And I believe that there's too much corruption, and what he said, I stand by it, and I believe you agree with me that the corruption that we have in this world, something has to be done about it. And this will be unpassive, the answer in helping hungry children who are undernourished, have no clothes, shoes, or access to potable drinking water. And the correction to the corruption, unpassive will help answer. The answer to it will be to the world poverty, where people feel trapped due to countless man-made sufferings. Unpassive is the answer to the homeless parents and children of this world who live on a day-to-day basis, and they continue to wonder, where will my next meal come from? Unpassive will give these people an answer to these fears. And unpassive will do that by what means? And that's why I welcome you to your future, because technology is going to work for you through unpassive. So please let unpassive technology work for you. And another quote from our CEO, who stated on May 16 that the train will be so fast as a bullet, and this is the fastest train that I can envision, and that's how fast unpassive is going. So please, you are on this forum invited by someone, I urge you to get back with that person who shared this vision with you, as somebody else also shared with me and with all other people who are with us right now. And we urge you to become a founder as well. Today, please become a founder. Thank you. And before I end, I want to I'll go back to my train and take this opportunity to thank my mentor, Miss Rose Bereave and Dr. Derek, for their support and for having me in the Deep Dive Globally Changing Lives webinar forum. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Derek.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Oh, mercy. This is what you do on Saturdays when you present. Oh, sorry to the rest of the guests. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Wow, that was awesome. I can see why you are definitely the queen here on our webinar, Queen Debbie McCormick. Really appreciate it, CEO, data center owner. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. And therefore,
recording stopped.
okay.
Recording in progress.
All right, wonderful. Now it is time for our guests. Any questions? This is the forum and the time for you. You have heard a mouthful, and that is just a little snippet. I mean, I have been here from 2019. I was passive at first, and then in 2021 I became active. April 2021. Because of sickness and death and so on of a lot of my family members and relatives and so on, especially during the pandemic time. Because remember, during that time, also the pandemic was going on. And I experienced a lot of death in my family. So I was very, very passive. So much passive that I didn't even remember that I had this business. And so when it finally struck me in the end part of March or May, in the end part of May, I remember that I signed up for something a few years ago, and I spent at least 2 days looking for it. So any questions from any guests? First of all, any guests? Leonardo?
Yes. Good evening. You can hear me?
Yes, sir. We are hearing you loud and proud.
Okay, let me just make sure that I understand the concept of the business. First of all, the financial part, you will pay 97 plus 5, which is the administration cost, if I understood correctly. And then there is a $300 that would have to be paid by the launching. Is that correct?
Okay, let me repeat it in the way it should be said. The 97 US dollars plus a $5 card fee. Now it's your card company that is advocating for that fee, not Unpassive. So it comes up to $102 totally.
Okay.
But that is for you to become a founder. Ash Mufari said we need to have at least some skin in the game, so to speak. right? So no one is benefit from it. No one is benefiting from that $97 for you to become a founder. That $97. That $97. All right, sorry about that.
Yeah.
That $97 is held by the company for when we go to global launch. The company then use that $97 also to market for your behalf or upon your behalf. So that is part of that. That is what that $97 is for. No, when you pay that $97, normally in other companies, you know, that who invited you get a little commission from that. That is not that type of company. This is not that type of company. This company only, I say again, this company only sell products before people get paid. So until we launch to the world and you pay that $300 now, which is a subscription for ONPASSIVE to start working for you, and that is upon global launch. First of all, ONPASSIVE is going to build your website for you. You are going to name it what you want it to name. So it's not going to name unpassive.com/Leonardo, whatever you want. No, like other companies. Those are other companies. It is going to name Leonardo, or whatever you want it to name. Leonardo Tech, Leonardo Digital.ai, whatever. You don't even have to put your name in there. You put whatever you want. Of course, ONPASSIVE is going to give you some suggestions, what you can use. You don't have to use it. But your website is going to name what you want it to name, because it's your website, it's your business, and that $300 now also is for more traffic and for ONPASSIVE to work for you. Getting landing pages, you know, sales funnel, doing all the follow up with your customers, etc. When your customer call, you are not going to answer the phone. It's somebody from ONPASSIVE is going to answer the phone and deal with them and do everything with them and see them through all your customers and everything. That is what.
So when is the global launch?
That is what we are. That is what we are excited about, because at the end of founder's position, which is June 22, then Ash will announce when that date is. So we don't know the date as yet. Let's put it that way.
And that date, the $300 would have to be paid before that date or upon that date?
Upon that date, right. So when that launch date is, then that is when all of those things are placed into action, and boom, 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 your website and everything and the products that you saw, you know, come on your website and thing and what have you, and, you know, market and everything, and, you know, people start to purchase from your website. Yes.
Okay. So you build a website for me or anyone else.
Yes.
And what do I, as one of the founders, do with the website? Do I have to log in every day? Is there tasks that I need to fulfill? How is that? How is that being done?
Well, the two tasks that I think you will need to do is, one, if you so desire, as I said, name your website. The next task that you will need to do is to do a KYC, that is know your customer, which activates the account. The next task that you will need to do is to pay that approximately $300. Well, he said less than $300. The next task that you will need to do is to connect your bank account to your wallet that is in your virtual office. And the next task that you'll have to do is to transfer the money from the wallet to your bank account at any time of the day, any time of the week, any time of the month, any time of the year, multiple times of the day, multiple times of the week, depending on how much is in there. Those will be the tasks that you would need to do. Anything else? No, you don't have to mark it. You don't have to tell anyone. As I said, you can, that as Queen Debbie told you, that you can be passive, which means you don't have to share, you don't have to do anything else, or you can be active if you so desire, which means you share it with other persons.
Okay, the part of the bank account and how that whole process is going to be carried out. Can you please explain that a little bit, but a little bit slower, so I understand how do I, how am I going to be paid once I do all the process of the 97, 5 plus 300, and I'm part of the whole organization, and now products are being sold, marketed, etc., and I am supposed to be getting income. How am I going to be getting paid?
Beautiful.
Yes, explain it.
As I said earlier, is that ONPASSIVE is going to do all the marketing for all of us. And so they are going to drive traffic to your website, which means they are going to drive people to your website. Now, take for instance, one of the product. Let us look at one product. A person looking for a webinar platform, and he hear about Zoom, and he went and he looked at Zoom and whatever. And it's, people normally search around, and of course with optimization and all of those things that ONPASSIVE is going to be using with AI and all of those things, of course, this person end up on your website. He likes what he see with OConnect, which is our webinar platform. He takes out his wallet and he takes out his card and he makes his subscription. And subscription is monthly, which means he's going to pay for this monthly. But when he looks at the cost at Zoom, and Zoom is like $200 for, $199 for 100 without the 40 limit, 200 for 300, 299 for 300, etc., 399 for 500, and it goes up as you continue with Zoom. But with OConnect, it is going to be one cost, unlimited, multilingual, which means if I am speaking, no, well, not if, I am speaking in English, a person is in China, a person is in Russia, a person is in Germany, a person is in France, and all of these persons are on my on my OConnect webinar platform, and they are hearing in their own language because it has multilingual. We are also able to dual screen share. So Debbie's doing a presentation and Rose is doing a presentation on the same OConnect, and they are able to share their screen at the same time, and you'll be able to see those two presentations at the same time. As I said, it is unlimited participants, and things like those. So obviously the best, and it's cost effective because it's one cost for all of that. It's not this cost for that cost for that cost for that cost for, no, all inclusive, one cost effective cost. And I will definitely take out my wallet and buy that OConnect for sure. and that is how you get paid, based on purchase of your products that you have on your website. You will get paid, and that's just one product. So all the products, you know, O Connect, O Academy, well, O Bless is going to be free, which that is a means of attracting people also. We have O Mail, you know, it's a lot of products.
So I will have to give you a bank account.
No, you're not going to give me a bank account. You're going to attach your bank account, or wherever you want to move your money from the wallet, the O wallet, to your account. Whatever account it is, it's up to you.
Okay, so it's like a digital currency.
Yes, we will be doing digital currency also. Yes. So if you want to transfer it to a digital account, as I said, it's up to you. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I think I understand. If I have another question, I think I'll ask. I'll give the other participants also a chance to ask questions.
All right. Thank you very much, Leonardo. Those were some very, 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 very good, fabulous questions. Really appreciate them. Many of us learned. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Any other questions from any other guests, preferably guests at this time? Any other guests? Or I guess Leonardo asks all the questions. Go ahead, Zion.
Yeah, Lion. Those some good questions. He answered some. He asked some questions I didn't even know I had. But first and foremost, you know, thank you to Miss Debbie, you know, for that presentation. Thank you for Harold for inviting me. So far as the items and, you know, the goods and services, like what would be the variety of items, you know, that we would be able to get through this platform?
Well, the items
sell actually through the platform.
Yes, the items were actually shown in the, well, not items, we call them products. They are proprietary products also, and these proprietary products that you actually saw was.
Do you want me to share my screen again, Dr. Derek?
Was it the screen with the the GoFundMe, the Zoom,
right,
Connect, and all those things?
That's the screen. Those are the different products that we have so far. Go ahead, share that screen. All right, stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move a muscle. All right, the ones that are in blue, those are the names of our product. The one that is starting with the O. So O Academy, O Bless, O Shop, O Staff, O Mail, O Connect, O Counting, O Trim, O Post, O Wallet, O Net, O Tracker, O Capture, O Create, O Chat, O Peer, O Domain, O Desk, O DIT, O Virtual, O Hire, O Mart, O Commerce. And there are 4 more that was added recently. We'll not get into that right now, but right away that is 23 products, and the ones in black is what they are relating to out there. So take for argument's sake audit. It is both a video and a picture editing and building tool. So if you know anything about Adobe Photoshop, which is a professional editing and creating software, or Adobe Premiere, which is another, which is a video side of the picture for Adobe. And if you know that they are very, very expensive, of course, I think it's $499 I paid for Adobe Photoshop, and the same for Adobe Premiere. So those are very, very costly editing tool. Audit has both of them combined. That's number one. Both of them combined. And of course, they would not be that expensive, because the whole package, you're getting everything for less than $300. Everything there. Academy is where all of your learning, your e-learning platform, that's where everything is. So when a person is talking about product, these are our product that we are looking at. And first of all, that's first of all. Second of all, as founders, we get to do beta testing of these products. So that's one of our another functions. We get to do beta testings for these products before they go to the public. How cool and awesome is that?
So most of what I'm looking at, these basically more like digital services, right? And I guess for like physical goods and products.
We do
like
have
what,
physical. Our CEO said that we do have some physical products that are ready. He did mention that there are 30 physical, tangible products. We are not privy to what their name as yet. So come the 22nd, as I said, when founders' position are closed, then more likely that is when we'll be getting a little more information on those products. But there are physical products also. But these are our digital product portfolios so far. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. And just to let you know, with Zoom started when they get the concept, Chung, when they get the concept in 2007. They build the product. Zoom did not launch until 2011. 4 years after. One product. And when Zoom launched in 2011, they only had a maximum of 15 participants. That's it. A lot of us didn't know that. But they only could manage 15 participants. So right now, so many of us could not be on Zoom in 2011 because they're maxed out at 15, right? When OConnect, which is our webinar platform, when OConnect releases, it is going to out of the box unlimited. How cool is that? How cool is that? Go ahead, Zion. Any other questions?
No, that was pretty much it. But I'm looking at it. So it had like the mail, all of those the other digital. How would you sell that? How would they sell that? You know what I mean? Like would it be branched off inside of that product, like a individual product? I guess
we do have a package cost, of course, and the package cost, as we know, is less than $300 for all of that. That is ridiculous. If you guys could say so myself, $300 for all of that. That is what you are getting it for, basically. Less than $300 for all of that, plus your website, plus marketing for you, plus running your business for you, plus doing everything for you, customer service, everything. The $300 is still a part of that. How cool is that? And as Queen Debbie said earlier, she registered a non-for-profit business, and it was 900 and I think she said $60-something. $67. 900 just to register. Without nothing don't happen yet, just to register a business in the US. $967. So for a $402 business, that's a no-brainer. Go ahead, Leonardo.
Yeah, quick question. You mentioned that there are about 1.3 million founders, right?
Founders position.
Founders position.
Yes.
Okay. Once you're marketing the products for me, of marketing the products for the different websites. How do I stand, because you have so many founders? How am I sure that someone is going to pick my website, or how do you drive it so that they're going to pick my website opposed to those other 1.3 million someday? I don't know if you understand my question
fully, and that's a very good question, Leonardo. Very, very good question. And actually, it's not that they are going to pick your website, so to speak. As I said, ONPASSIVE is going to send. It's like they are going to go out in the street. Like you have a barber shop. Let us do something physical. You have a barber shop, right? And you are going to pay ONPASSIVE to send people to your barber shop. So however they do that, that's up to them. Whether they're going to go out in the street.
Okay, one second. I'm going to pay ONPASSIVE, and that's part of the $300.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Proceed.
Yes. So watch this now. If they are supposed to, because they're going to give you a figure. So say for argument's sake, for the month, they say that they are going to give you 50. They are going to give you 50 targeted traffic to your website. It means if somebody is looking, first of all, it means if somebody is looking for handbag, they're not going to send that person. That person looking for a handbag or a Nike shoes, they're not going to send somebody looking for a Nike shoes. No. Targeted traffic means that the person is looking for a product that you have on your website. That's number one. So somebody is coming to cut them here in the barber shop. That's who they send to the barber shop, right? And so they cannot guarantee that that person is going to purchase something, but that person is looking for what you have, most definitely. All right, so that's a targeted traffic that you are also paying for in that 300, under $300 also. Yes.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Beautiful. Nice. Thank you very much, Leonardo. You have some very good questions. Mercy. You see, this business, let me just put this in there also. This business have never, ever been done before. That's number one. Never been done before. So it is something that is really created from the ground up. No platform. We are not borrowing anyone's platform. We are not using anyone's platform. We are not, take for instance, Zoom again. Since we are on Zoom, I kind of like using Zoom. Zoom uses a platform which is MCU, multi-control unit, multi-point control unit. That's the type of platform. And that is why people get kicked off and the latency is so lousy and all of that, because it's a old platform. We are not using that. We are using what is known as WebRTC, brand spanking new type of platform, which is known as web real-time communication. So all of these lags and all of these people getting kicked off and bounced off, especially people in Nigeria, people in the Caribbean, when you come on Zoom, you hear people stuttering and don't ask 2 or 3 people to sing. it's even worse, right? You know the problems with Zoom, so we don't have to get into it. ONPASSIVE OConnect will not have those problems because of the technology that we are using with OConnect. Totally different. totally brand spanking new, built from the ground up, all our products. So that is another difference with our product. We're not using Microsoft deadlift. We're not using, nobody's technology. We build the technology itself from the, well, apart from artificial intelligence, just that we use artificial intelligence in everything from the ground up, not added to it, but built into it. So it's a major difference, actually. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, I have one question.
Miriam, good to hear you.
Oh,
Nice.
I posted the question in the chat. Someone just answered. The question I was asking, if this launch fee, if that's the only one, if that's a one-time payment, or this is something we have to pay annually or other times.
Okay. Everything with Unpassive, as it relates to that payment, second payment, which is the under 300, it's one time out of pocket, and that is why we emphasize one time out of pocket.
Okay.
And all the other times, other months, because a monthly subscription. Everything is a monthly subscription, because as you know, everything is subscription now. Your mortgage, your rent, your light bill, your phone bill, everything is a subscription monthly. And so yes, the less than 300 is a monthly subscription, but it will be out of profits, which means again, which means you will have profit. Can you imagine? Now, if you go back to traditional business, you buy a McDonald's franchise, and I guess everybody on the webinar knows McDonald's. McDonald's franchise is anywhere from 750,000 US to 3 million. So, all right, let us look at an average of 1.2 million for a McDonald's franchise. First of all, McDonald's Corporation not even going to look at you, not even have a conversation with you if you don't have $500,000 liquid. So you have to have the physical cash somewhere, right? So else they won't even speak with you. Then you have a $45,000 fee for education, which means course. And that course lasts anywhere from 9 months to 16 months. Just don't start making no money yet, and 16 months gone, and you don't start making no money yet. Then they're going to, finish tie up the funds and what have you, and then when you finally open your door, roughly about 2 years, thereabout, give and take. When you finally open your door, it takes 3 to 5 years to start to see profit. And yes, that is understood, because we're talking about 1.3 million US dollars. So, and a lot of companies go belly up. Now, here come a man who is very, very IT tech, and that's my direction also. I'm not a medical doctor. My doctorate is in technology also, specialize in audio visual. So it's something that I love. Audio visual is something I love. Technology is something I love from the age of 7. And so when I first hear that there was, because I have done it all, the lotion, the potion, the deodorant, the roll-on, the Avon, the Amway, you name it, I have done it. Travel, property, land, you name it, I have done it. And so this is a company that is going to do the work for you and pay you. Goodness, you can't get it better than that. That's in a nutshell. They're going to do the work for you and pay you. That's it. Any other questions? $97 to become a founder of a company. That's like unbelievable. That's a prestigious position to have in any company, to be the founder of a company. Very prestigious position. Very prestigious. Any other questions?
Hi, good evening. I have a question.
Valda.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're saying that it's almost like a guarantee that we're going to be making that $300 a month to make that monthly contribution?
Subscription, yes.
Subscription. And in the event, just in case we don't, we have to take care of that out of pocket. Is that it?
No. And that is highly impossible based on what our CEO tells us over and over again, that you will not have it. However, if you know that should happen, it's impossible to me, because anyway, there is a contingency. What they will do, what Unpassive will do, is freeze, is like a freezing of the account, right? So that you can build that momentum. Because you have to remember, Unpassive is going to be bringing people to your website.
Correct.
Right? Bringing people. So they bring 50 people for the month. It's highly impossible for those 50 people to come to your account, and for the whole month nobody purchased something from that account. That's what Unpassive is saying. That's what Ash Mufari is saying. It's highly improbable for that to happen. But should in case it happen, they would freeze the account a little, and when that momentum build up, then you pay that, because people will be purchasing, even though you cannot draw anything, because remember that you don't have anything, so to speak. That's what you are saying. There's nothing there to pay. So that will build up, and then the money is there to pay. You pay, and you're good to go. So you can draw money. The freezing is just really so that you will not have access to take the money, so to speak.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Definitely. All right. Any?
I have a question. So say when the money go to on the cards first, right? Will we have to go into our branch itself, or to join the accounts or something like that? I ask that question.
Well, when it goes to your wallet, the O wallet is in your account. As I said, you'll attach your bank account to the O wallet. So, however, when it comes to your bank account, however you access your bank account, whether by a debit card or you go to the ATM, or however you normally access that account, your bank account, that is how you access it. But the money will go into your O wallet, that is on your Unpassive account, and then you attach your regular bank account or any other institution that you have, where you can get your money from O wallet to there, and then that procedure is as per normal.
All right, I just wanted to reinforce, you know.
Okay, beautiful. All right, thank you. Any other question? Everybody happy? Bevelin, Ramila. All right. Any other questions? Don't feel, you know. Okay. Go ahead, Kali.
Okay. Good morning from here, everyone. And Dr. Jerry, good morning for your effort and all you're doing. My question is, who create this website? Is it the founder will create the website, or ONPASSIVE will create this website for us? Then before moving the customers or to this website. One. Two, last time you said that O wallet is not yet created until I think after launching or so. When will this O wallet come to existence? Is it after the launching or before the launching? Okay. Then how do we put our account number? Is it on our ONPASSIVE account or on that website? We're going to put the account number to get the money from the O wallet. So how do we know when the money comes to the O wallet for us to get the money into our own account? Would there be any notice or something?
Okay. That's a lot of questions. Mercy. Okay. Well, let me deal with the last one first, and then we'll work back up. Yes, you are going to attach your bank account to the O wallet. There is going to be an email that is sent to the email that is attached to your account in ONPASSIVE. Or from your visit your virtual office, you will see what is there.
Okay.
And you have to physically draw the money or transfer the money from the O wallet to your account. You have to do that. So there is something that you have to do. Well, if you want the money, I mean, you can make it stay, you know. I know you're rich already. But if you want the money, then you would have to, yes, draw it from there to your bank account.
Okay. Sorry, when do we put in the account number? Is it now or after the launching?
No, it cannot be now. There's no wallet now.
Okay.
Remember, you're going to attach to the wallet. The wallet is not here as yet, because that will be done when Ash says that, okay, it's there. So until Ash Mafare, you know, just like how he says, he come and he says that founder's position will be closed on June 22. The wallet will be ready when he says. And when that is ready, then we'll be able to do whatever he says is available to do, right? Between him and the tech team. So until that is ready, and when he announced that is ready, then it will be ready, not before. Everything is based upon when Ash Mafare, the CEO, says that these things are ready. Not before. Not before.
Okay. So about the website, when we create, are you going to create it or are we going to
ONPASSIVE creating all websites.
Okay.
That is relating to your all founders. All the websites they will be creating. You can suggest a name. They will suggest a name that you can call it. But if you don't like it, it will be best that you have your name that you want to call it. So you can start doing that from now. Get a pen, get a paper, get a book, depending on how many accounts you have, and start to think of names that you will want to call your business, because it's your business. ONPASSIVE just running it for you, but it's your business. So you have to manage your business. Okay.
Okay. So when they send these customers to that website, do I need to do anything, or how do I know when they say, or what do I do, or I'm not going to do anything when they send the clients to that website? Do we need to, as founders, we need to do something as founders?
No.
Over the customer?
No.
Okay.
Not even if you send somebody to your website, the website takes over. You don't even need to do anything again. Even if you point, because all you need to do, just like what you do today, you say, go to Amazon, man, and buy this from Amazon. You don't walk with the person and go to Amazon and say, click there and click. No, the person go to Amazon and input in the name of the product that you told him, and him purchase, take him wallet out of him pocket and take him card out of him wallet and him purchase. Same thing.
Okay.
Amazon deal with everything and ship the thing to him and all of that. Same process. Even if you point the person to the website, your website, Unpassive takes over.
Okay. Sorry, one last thing. So the profit we make, it depends on how many purchase in my own website. The profit depend on how many people, how many purchase on that website that the founders can make money, or
Yes, it depends on purchase, because that is how you know first and foremost if a business is legal, fully legal.
Yeah.
You have to be selling a product, or you have to be selling a service. Now, and this is just general now, any business you're getting into, generally speaking, any business you're getting into, whether this business or any other business, if they are not selling a product, or they are not selling a service or providing a service, it might be shady. Straight. Because that is how a business is legal in this world. Product, service. You check it out. Product, service. So if them tell you that invite people and you get paid on how much people you invite, and you get paid on how much people you share, you get paid on this, and no, that's a bad business right out of the box. You have to have a product selling or a service providing. That is how a business is legal. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
That's good. Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead. That's Violet. Yeah. Who is that?
Leonardo.
Oh, Leonardo. Oh, I saw Violet hand up. All right,
Sweet.
go ahead, Leonardo.
I'm sorry. Just a quick question. It was a question that one of the ladies asked was about the subscription, and you indicated that it's highly unlikely that you wouldn't make enough to pay the subscription, the monthly subscription of about close to $300. And you also indicated that if in the event that you don't make enough, the system will be freezed so that you can build up the amount to pay. Is that correct?
Yes, and I did say that when I talk about the system being freeze, it's just based on your access of not be able to take any money. Because all right, so
okay, because what I'm trying to understand is it after 1 month it will freeze, 2 months, 3 months? Because of course, At this point in time, you already have my credit card. So are you going to be pulling that 300 or close to 300 from my credit card?
No, as I
after
said,
2, 3, 4 months, and then and what?
no,
I want to
no,
understand.
no. As I said before, one time out of pocket.
One time
First of all, ONPASSIVE cannot, will not pull money from your credit card or any, not even your wallet. Actually, not even from your wallet. You have to pay it. They cannot. It's the legal team, because it's not just a accountant. ONPASSIVE has. ONPASSIVE has a legal team, and the legal team said to us that ONPASSIVE cannot pull any money even from our own wallet that is attached in the ONPASSIVE system, or else that is illegal. All right, and ONPASSIVE themselves will go to jail. So be that as it may, the only thing that they will do, as I said, is freeze the account. And the freezing of the account is that you don't have access to pull any money. So if they, and I was about to explain now, if they, let's say the monthly subscription is $250, right? And you only have $200. Harold, mute Harold for me, please. And you only have $200 in your wallet, your own wallet, that is. Now, you cannot go in and take out $100 when your subscription is not met. You understand?
Okay, understood.
So that is the freezing. And then, as it goes up to that 250, bam, you make the monthly payment, that monthly for that month, and you're good again. Okay? So, and as I said, that is highly irregular, because if you meet that monthly subscription month 1, remember all of those people is paying a monthly subscription, you know. So if you meet it month 1, then there's no way you cannot meet it month 2, because more people is going to be coming on 1, and those people will be still there paying their subscription 2.
Okay.
So there's no way not to meet it again.
Understood.
Look at it this way. Leonardo, you're in Jamaica?
No, I'm in St. Martin.
St. Martin. What's the internet provider in St. Martin? Who is the internet provider?
Well, Flow.
Flow. All right. Oh, so it seems like Jamaica. Flow. Okay. So Flow, they just started the internet, providing internet to their customer. And they get 20 customers the first day, and 20 people sign up the first day. You think they're not going to meet that 20 people the second month? They're going to have more. The third month, they're going to have more. So it will never drop.
Understood.
Right. You remember we have 8 billion people in the world. 1. 2, we have 5.5 billion with a B that is presently online purchasing these things. So it's not like, will we get the customers? We have 5.5 billion people using the services of the ones that were in black, that we showed you in black on the different products. It's already a $500 billion business.
Gotcha.
So it's as I said, it's highly irregular for us not to make some money, some good money. In 1976, when Apple, and a lot of people didn't know this, 1976 Apple launch. We maybe know Apple in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000. But Apple launched in 1976. When Apple launched in 1976, of course, they went public, because it's the only two type of business. Either you go public or you're a private business. A public business means that you trade on the stock market. So Apple traded on the stock market in 1976. If you buy a stock in Apple of $1,000, $1,000, you have to make sit for 4 years. In 1980 December, that $1,000 that you put down to sit for 4 years was now worth 430,000 US dollars. Now that's some good money in 1980. Very good money in 1980. Apple broke 300 millionaires in 1980. 300.
Yeah.
That's before iPhone even come out. That's long before iPhone even come out. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
They market iPhone for over a year before it launched, before they physically come out with iPhones. And that was why, even though the rest of phones were selling for about averagely $150, iPhone could be sold for $500 in early 2000 when they came out with iPhone. $500. Why? Because they market. They market before the launch. Same thing that we are doing. Same strategy. We don't understand marketing strategy. So we have a big marketing campaign right now going on in Dubai. Big marketing campaign, because in Dubai, that is the most visited place on the planet. A lot of people didn't know that. Most people think it's New York or Los Angeles or California or those places. No. Dubai is the most visited place on the planet. Okay? And that is where we are marketing. Especially right there on the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, holding the Guinness Book of World Record for many years so far. Tallest building in the world. And just to say, as Debbie said earlier, that we have the highest floor in that building, which is floor 151. The floor, not an office, the floor. And we actually own 2 floors. Who does that before the launch? You see, we notice we build business normally start in garage. That's the problem too. Right? Microsoft start in the garage, you know. Amazon start in the garage, you know, etc., etc. And then they bill and bill and bill and bill. No, we starting at the top. At the top. So totally different concept in business. Totally different concept. Okay? All right. Any other questions, Leonardo? Okay.
No, that's it for me. I want to say that this is the second time I'm hearing the information.
Okay.
And your way of explaining is much clearer. So okay. Thank you very much.
You are very much welcome. As I said, I guess because I am into technology, it's not something I started since Unpassive. So most persons started since Unpassive, so they're just learning as they go along now. Well, a lot of information and things that I have is privy because I have loved it from age 7. All my tertiary education and all my schooling is geared into that direction. So, I kind of have a little more advantage, fortunately, I guess. All right.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you. And don't let it pass because timestamp and date stamp, just to let you know, very important. So I would honestly jump in from now so that date stamp and time stamp is on your account, because that won't change. 2 things that cannot change: your email and your date and time stamp. And so the earlier you get that time and date stamp is the more beneficial you are going to be. So that question about will you, because one thing we need to know also is that all founders are customers. Very important. So all the 1.3 million founders are also customers in the whole team of things. So jump in, get back to the person who invited you, and get cracking tonight. Thank you. Go ahead, Violet.
My ears are popping. You are amazing. Thank you for all the info that you give us and the way you give it. Question. I kind of just got on, so I might have missed something. Right. Is there going to be an internet connection that we can get in ONPASSIVE? Well, like right now you're on TELUS. I'm just making it up. And TELUS supplies internet. Will there be?
Oh, okay, I got you. Are we going to be internet providers?
Yes.
There's no information on that as yet. Ash has not. The thing about it, and that's why I was mentioning earlier, that one of the main things why your internet seems to be so bad is because of the platform that most of these products are on presently. So Zoom, the type of platform that Zoom is on, it requires a lot of bandwidth. Wholly, plenty, enough. It requires that. With Unpassive is not going to require a lot of bandwidth. So I mean, I never knew that even in America you have people still getting 10 megabytes per second coming from the internet provider. I didn't know that. And with 10 megabytes per second download speed, that you can't even watch a good movie with 10 megabytes per second. You have to at least have maybe 50. 50 is kind of the sweet spot to watch a good movie streaming, right? So with Unpassive, based on the technology we are using, and that's why we are not geared towards using any app or applications. No, everything is online using a browser. No apps, no applications. Everything is based on browser. So the technology that we are using, it requires less bandwidth because we are not using MCU, multi-control point unit, right? We're not using that technology. So therefore, the bandwidth that is required is less, far less. So
Okay,
people in
so
Nigeria,
when we use the products, we have, like we'd be on a webinar, then whoever's using the internet in the house has more whatever to use. I'm sorry, I'm
yes,
such a...
bandwidth. We call it bandwidth. So yes,
Okay.
in other words, okay, so for argument's sake, let me put some numbers then on it. So for argument's sake, you really need at least 25 megabytes per second to run Zoom, right? And and so therefore a lot of people in the Caribbean might not even be getting that from their service provider. And so therefore, what ONPASSIVE is going to be using based on the technology that we are using, we just might require 5 megabytes per second, so to speak. 5.
Are we allowed to hug Ash when we see him?
Oh yes, he loves hugs. Ask Julie.
Squish him to...
Ask Julie and Susie.
Yeah. And the other question I have, and again, it's because I just got on, the products we'll be selling, are we going to be selling the whatever products, or do we come up with products that we can sell?
Now, all the products that ONPASSIVE have, which we Debbie showing you over and over. If you could show that screen again, Queen Debbie.
Yes, I will.
If you could please show that screen again.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Violet. Okay, these are the 23 products. There are 4 or 5 others that just released last week. We haven't any information on them. That's why I didn't put them up there. But all of these are individual products. The ones in blue that start with the O. So all of these products is going to be on every one of us.
People will be able to look at these and see these and decide whether they want to buy one.
On your website, yes. All of these products will be on your website. And 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, 2 years from now, 2 decades from now, as we add more products, they will show up on your website without any further costs, I might add. How cool is that?
I mean, like I said, my ears are popping, and I can't wait to get started.
Yep.
Anyway, yes, and you'll probably be one of the first people I come to visit, because I mean, I can even walk there. Anyway, have a great evening. I will try not to what's the word? Hog the questions. My hand up. Okay? So God bless. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes, so as we add products, the products will show up on your website, and there's no extra costs. The products are just there after the tech team and Ash Mafari look at it first, and then founders do the beta testing second. How cool is that? How cool is that? We are going to be seeing the products before the public see the product. We are going to be testing and using the products before the public use the products and see the products. How cool is that? That's just awesome. And that's what
Really cool.
being
Really cool.
That's
Cool.
being
Really cool.
that's what it is being a founder of this lovely, gigantic IT company. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. Any other questions? Valda. Okay, go ahead, Valda. Unmute. Valda, you have to unmute.
I'm sorry about that. Yes, can you explain how one benefits from building a team? You know, we talked about sharing earlier. Debbie talked about sharing, share. So, how does that,
Okay, cool. As we said, well, as Queen Debbie said earlier in the presentation, there's two groups of people in Unpassive. Passive, don't need to share. Active, you share. When you're active, as we said, as founders, we are also customers. So if you don't choose to share and we launch and you have 0 in your team, as Valda is saying, it means that you didn't share. You are leaving everything up to Unpassive. No problem. Unpassive is going to go to work for you on day 1 when we launch and build your team for you. However, if you decide to be active and share, and you have 10 people or 20 people or 30 people in your team, then on day 1, when Unpassive launches to the world, to the public, then you are not going to be starting at 0. You are going to be starting at 30 customers right away on day 1. And so from a lot of us, and this is what I was saying earlier, for a lot of us, day 1 will be in the green. We don't have to worry about the monthly subscription, because we already have 10 people at least, or 20 people, or 30 people. We already have a few people. Even if you do it yourself, because you have a few persons that have, they get an account for themselves, and then they use their registration link, get an account for their husband or the wife, get an account for the children, and if you get an account for your children, then you need to manage that account until they reach the age of accountability, which most cases is 18, etc., etc. So you can do all of that. So if you a family of 4, that's 4 persons in your team already. So you don't have to worry right away from you jump out of the box. That is the same thing with time and date stamping. Also, quite possible people will end up in your team from day 1 of launch. So all of those dynamics are possibilities. So that's why we say it is highly, highly, highly irregular for you to go through a month and no one is in your team. It's highly irregular, really. Thank you for that question, Valda. Any other questions?
thank you.
Welcome.
Yes.
All right.
This is Patrice.
Go ahead, Patrice.
Good evening.
Yes, Patrice, go ahead.
I'm from St. Martin, and I haven't heard anyone ask this question. Let's say, for instance, I become a founder, and when it launched, I purchase my package. You said that the company does all the marketing and everything, but suppose I'm itchy on this side, trying to do some marketing for myself. Is that possible?
Yes. Yes. and yes, which means you will get
Like
to your
when
financial
if
goal
I go to
quicker.
the
Because,
hospital
say for
and show
argument's
them
sake,
what all I have to offer in one package.
right? I was saying, say for argument's sake,
Okay.
yes, unpassive market for you, and they send the 50 people for the month, and out of that 10 people sign up, right? So that's 10 customers that you have.
Mm-hmm.
But you also work alongside, being active, and telling people. You tell your people at your workplace, you tell people at your church, you tell people at your, what have you, instead of using Zoom. Because most churches using Zoom
Okay,
now
but
for their prayer meeting or whatever and you present it to your church and say, use O Connect, and they jump on it like wheat and rice, and they start. You get another 5 or 10 people. That's 15 or 20 people for that month, instead of just 10 that ONPASSIVE provides for you. So yes, it's always better if you are active, always better, but you don't have to. Any other questions, Patrice? Patrice? Okay. All right. I guess Patrice is good. All right. Any other question, anyone?
internet drop. Sorry,
Oh, go ahead,
my
Patrice.
internet dropped.
Yeah, that's how Zoom is.
I'm back. I didn't get the last part. I didn't get the last part.
Okay. Yes, I
Yeah.
was just saying that when you are active, and also then if you get a 5 or a 10 persons also, then that is 15 or 20 people total for the month. So it will be more beneficial for you to be active, but it's not a criteria. You don't have to be.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So it's always more beneficial, because you have to remember, it is your business. Your business. Please remember that. Unpassive is working the business for you, but remember, it is your business. All right? Beautiful. Any
All
other?
right.
Say that again.
I said, all right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. Any more questions from any guests? I see 3 founders hand up. Just give us a few, and we just make sure that all the guests asking some lovely, lovely questions. Nice. Any other questions? Our guests? Any other? All right. All right, Gustavo, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Yes, to be more clear, when we will go to lunch and we start to be selling also with our family or friends or whatever, entrepreneurs, when somebody will go to take that package or any application, the commission that ONPASSIVE will go to pay to the founders or the also customer reseller will go to be monthly in the time that he used that subscription, or is only one time that these addition incomes that we can make.
Everything in ONPASSIVE is a subscription. We made that clear earlier. It's a subscription, a monthly subscription, just like your phone bill, just like your internet bill, etc., etc. Everything is a monthly subscription. So that person has to pay for that product or that package monthly. It's a monthly subscription. So you will be getting paid from that one person. Just like how you have to pay your internet provider monthly. You are going to be getting paid from that one person monthly. So if you have 100 persons or 1,000 persons, you are getting a monthly subscription from them monthly.
So we can image everybody as guys here that when we will go to lunch, if we are really inside with our love to share everybody the future, it's just because they will go to have immense advantages because of all of the applications, the solutions, and then we are very happy because they are really in the future. Let's say they have a little company and they will go to develop his company incomes. We are very happy because he is in the road to have successful. And then ONPASSIVE give us also because we help, he say thank you and you take it monthly. So that is what we have to understand is we can use the application for our own, for our company, etc. And afterwards, and also we can add an income monthly as exponential incomes for the future. So the future for everybody, and as customers that we will go to be, or in the future, the new customers that are not founders, then they can also do that. That is just an immense, huge, let's say, endless, let's say, blessings.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Gustavo. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate. Go ahead, Violet.
Yes, I have another question. You were mentioning about the Zoom for churches, prayer meeting, whatever. Does every person in that group have to get a membership, or can the church get a membership and everybody uses it?
The principle of a webinar is the same. Right now you're on a Zoom. Did you purchase this one? No. No. Right. So the principle remains the same. It's just the features that we have is going to be much better. But the principle remains the same. Just the church and any amount of persons come on that O-Connect call for the church. They come on that O-Connect call just as per normal, because the church owns the account. The only difference is that, well, not the only, but one of the difference is that instead of spending more money because you have a larger congregation and so you need more participants, instead of paying more money for more participants right out of the box, it is unlimited. So whether your church is 10 or 10,000 or 100,000 or a million, it doesn't matter.
Okay, one other question. There are different departments. Can each department have their own account? Because some things run together.
Yes, of course. Of course. That is correct.
Thanking you much.
When it physically comes out, we'll have more information on it. You know, when it physically comes out. But yes, you'd be able to have more than one account. Definitely.
Thank you very much. You're a darling. You know that.
Right. You are most welcome. Thank you, Violet. Go ahead, Naga.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening for you, and good morning for me here.
Namaskar. Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. I'm in India now, sir. I was in rituals, my mother's rituals, so that I couldn't able to connect with our team. Sir, I have a doubt, question. after foundership finish, what will happen, sir? Hello, sir.
Okay. After the foundership finish, then the only thing we are looking forward to is for Ash to announce the date for global launch.
That's very good, sir. That's very awesome.
I believe so too. All right. Thank you very much, Naga, and you
Thank you, sir.
have a good day. Definitely. Go ahead again, Violet.
You're going to be sick of me.
Yes.
Is there a problem with Microsoft email right now?
I don't know. I couldn't answer that question.
Because I can't get in. I can't send any emails. I want to get a whole bunch of people to sign up, but I can't get in there.
Microsoft, I don't know. That you have to call Microsoft customer service.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, wonderful. All right, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We're just going to ask Rose Barif, Queen Rose, to just say a few words.
Well, hello everybody. Good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are, the time of day. I want to take my hats off. Yes, Queen Debbie, you did awesome. You just sat in there and you broke it down. And we understood, I understood everything, and I'm sure the guest got it. Well done, my girl. Yeah. Each day, as we get closer to the 22nd, is getting more exciting. And trust me, I'm so excited that I can't even show it. I have to put my heart, in it. What the word they call it, conservative. Because if I show the excitement that I'm in, somebody might have to come and pick me up. But so our guest, I wrote this in the chat, and I tell you that we will never see anyone duplicate Unpassive in this lifetime, probably. So what you are invited to is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And we want to thank Mr. Ashmukara for saying yes to this call and for opening up his heart and his business to all of us so that we can win, we can gain wealth. I am a correctional officer for 26 years actually, and well, trust me, I don't know what wealth is yet. I've had lump sums of money, yes, but well, So the first time I saw this opportunity, this presentation, just like you did, I said yes. And here I am 8 months in, and I am enjoying the journey. I've met these awesome people, they become family. So apart from the fact that I came for the money, I came for a retirement plan, I came for financial security, I got family, and I've been so educated. Dr. Derek here, boy, may I tell you, a wealth of knowledge, and the other leaders on the platforms across the globe, they have a wealth of information for you. So you don't just come and, even before the money comes, you get knowledge, and you get fellowship. But this is where it's all at. And the nearer I get to the 22nd, I have mixed feelings. There's a little sadness, even though I'm happy. Because the persons that you would like to begin say no to you. But we know they can get in after, but as a founder, is where it's at in any business. Digest everything, but say yes. You can learn anything else that you want to learn later. Thank you so much, Dr.
Wonderful. Go ahead, Dr. patience. Okay, go ahead, Queen Dr. Benny.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek, for giving me this opportunity. But the first thing I want to thank Queen Sister Debbie for this amazing. I just say you did well with your presentation. I want to congratulate you with this presentation. And the first thing I always want to ask is, did anyone enjoy her presentation? I believe you guys did. That is why you did not ask too many questions. But knowing the company and the products, she did very, very well. So whoever brought you guys here, I'm talking to the guests, please go back and say thank you so much, because this is an amazing opportunity that we have just, what, 10 days now? No, 9 days, because today is over. And most of the time, I always say, if you have friends, go out there and share this opportunity. Remember that when Queen Debbie was presenting, she stated that with this company, you don't have to, like beg people to join this company, right? You want to share the opportunity. The reason is because you don't want to be the only one to start making the money, or the only person in your family to make the money. Do you have friends? Like someone like me, I have a lot of enemies. But I do tell those enemies, when this type of enemies, they come and attend this type of webinar, and then they join. Guess what happens? Whenever there's a problem, they will never hate you again. You know that, right? It is really very, very important. And to all the single women, whether you're single or you're married, if you are pregnant and you have the baby, most of the time I say the baby is like, the unborn fetus is like 8 months, which means that 1 more month for the baby to come out. So with this type of opportunity, create that email for this child, because as we all know, the email is a unique identifier. And this child will be born with silver spoon in his or her mouth, right? So like me, when I leave the world, this baby will never suffer again. So are you ready to do such a thing for that baby? But this time, even though I say 8 months, right? Now, if you are pregnant, please just create an email for the baby. And if you're a big sister or big brother or mommy and daddy, and most of the time when you're a big sister, your parents, they expect you to take care of your baby brothers and sisters, right? So what you should do is this. If you have the money, please create an email for your brothers and sisters if you do have that money. Please. I just want to beg each and everyone, because this opportunity that has been given to us, our CEO saw the vision that he is here to correct corruption, right? To eradicate poverty and to uplift humanity. This time we want to take this moment to thank him and his entire family, because the family allowed him to do what he wants to do to help all of us in this world. So are you ready? I know if they keep me here, I will stay here for 2 months to keep talking. But I will give the opportunity to the next person. Thank you so much, King Dr. Derek, for giving me this opportunity to talk. Now, I will see you guys, whoever join, I will see you guys next time for us to be happy. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful, Queen Dr. Benny. Okay. Go ahead, CEO, Data Center Owner, Queen Verona.
That is me. Yes, yes. Well, first, let me say welcome to all the guests. That's what I want to say first. I want to say welcome to all the guests, that somebody consider you. And that is the main thing. Always remember that somebody will consider you, whether you know it or not. Somebody will love you, whether you know it or not. Before I go into what I want to say, I had a question, but I'll get to the question after I say what I want to say because it's right on top of my head. Every last one of us here, whether we're a guest or founder, has to, must, definitely have to define success for themselves. Every last one of you must know what success smells like, tastes like, feel like for yourself. An opportunity is presented because somebody thought of us. Every last one of us here had and still having a dream of what success and wealth feels like. Nobody's forcing you. You see, you can take the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. No one can force anyone to do anything. Everything is a choice. But remember my voice right now. The choice you make will affect you one way or the other. I'm going to say that again so you could digest that. No one will force you in anything, but the choice you make will affect you one way or the other. You can choose to be here, or you can choose not to be here. It is all up to you. Define your success. We don't define your success for you. It is an individual thing. Search yourself and figure out what does success means to you individually and then collectively. Simple. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for showing up. 1, for yourself. 2, for your family. 3, for generation. 4, for your community. We show up collectively. That's us. Remember that. Together, we are stronger. You by yourself is a weak link. We're here to work together. Let's do that. We're in it to win it is the slogan. Are you a winner? Because I was born a winner. I don't know about you. I'll leave it right there.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much. CEO, data center owner, Verona Willis Brown. Go ahead, Queen Jacqueline.
Yes, good evening to all the guests, to all the CEO data center. I am so excited. I'm so excited that I was so tired. The thing about this, this is an amazing opportunity for each and every one of us to make a change in our lives. And like Ms. Verona said, it's our decision individually. The decision you make tonight, tomorrow, will decide your destiny. It will decide if you're going to stay in the same place and getting the same results, or it's going to decide that you're going to make that choice and you're going to start and you will look back some years back and say, you know what? I am so grateful for this opportunity that Mr. Ash offered to each and every one of us. So don't let this opportunity pass you by, because as I know, it's an opportunity of all opportunities. This is an opportunity that we will never see again. This is an opportunity that we can make a difference in our children's life, in our families, and like Verona said, in our community. We can do more. The changes that we see that's not taking place, we can make those changes happen. We can help the homeless. We can set up recreational centers here in St. Martin for our children. We can make a difference. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. And thank you so much, Dr. Derek, for allowing me to speak on this platform. And thank you to the guests. And thank you to all the CEO data centers.
Owners. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Really appreciate it. Go ahead. Let's see. Antoinette. Okay. Antoinette Sterling. Go ahead. Antoinette Sterling. Antoinette. Okay. All right. Donald Lawrence. Donald.
Good evening, pleasant good evening to each and every one. A special welcome to the guests, founders, and I am here just scooping up all of this information. Actually, I have no doubt at all as to where we are with this company. And my only problem, as a matter of fact, Dr. Derek, is to learn more about proper money management. Because at this particular time, I think we all need to know that. We all need to learn that. And, you know, in terms of making preparation for the future. But I've seen the vision, and I know where we're going. So I just want to thank each and every one of you. Special thanks to Miss Rose Berry. And it's just good to be among such a wonderful family. Thank you. Thank you for having me on this platform, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. And thank you very much. Really appreciate it. You have been a mounteous, a legend so far in so quick a time, because you just started maybe what, a month ago? Not even a month yet.
Not right.
And you have been moving, you know, taking leaps and bounds, and we really appreciate you also for all that you do. Definitely.
Yeah, man, with the help of Queen Rose.
With the, yes, with the help of Queen Rose, for real. Definitely a good person to have in your midst, most definitely. Good counselor to you, know, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I don't listen to her, but
Man, he's an amazing person.
yes, definitely. But you mentioned that you know, money management, and just want you to know that we do started those programs on Sunday at 12:45. So yes, just today, and next Sunday it's trim
Okay.
.ai /2 WINIT, WINIT.
Okay.
That is the Sunday, 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And Thursday, we're going to be having another this Thursday. So Sunday and Thursday and Sunday, we'll be definitely having. So the Thursday meeting is otrim.ai /deep dives.
Okay.
Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Wonderful. And Dr. Derek, if I might add, the way you speak, sir, you speak about this company with so much passion and so much clarity. I mean, you know, each and every one can understand what you're saying and can see the vision, the way you portray your conversation. Sir, I thank you. Have a good evening.
Well, that's because also I understand the scams. Because, you know, I've been there, done that, and a little more, lost thousands, gained thousands, or I should say hundreds of thousands, in my little lifetime. They have been good since I read, Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, and those books, right? The Millionaire Mind, Think Big. You need to read. You honestly need to read, because the more knowledge is the more wealth. And Robert Kiyosaki is the man that allowed me to change my thinking from the job mindset to the business mindset, because it's two different mindsets. We might think it's the same, but it's two different mindsets in those two respects. And so that is why people that get into money, you have people that win the lotto, right? And statistics have shown that 9%, only 9% of people that win lotto have something to show. So what happened to the other 91% that win? The mindset. Because it's a different mindset to manage money. Different mindset to manage money. And a lot of people prove that. Got millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars out of lotto, and don't have anything to show today.
That's true.
So it's about the mind. You have to condition your mind to receive money and to receive wealth. It takes a different mindset. So let us read, especially Rich Dad Poor Dad. I recommend that book to everyone. Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, and the Millionaire Mind. I recommend those books. Please read. All right. Thank you very much, Donald. Really appreciate blowing some waves out down there in Jamaica.
You're welcome.
Okay, go ahead, Paul.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Good to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dr. What's your name? Your presentation again.
That would be Dr. Debbie.
Queen Doctor, thank you for that presentation. I hope sometime you can coach me to do a presentation like that and teach me how to make those beautiful slides as well. I'm looking forward to learning. Thank you, newcomers, the guests. Thank you so much for being here. I know it might looks like you have a short time to evaluate the opportunity, but I would urge you to really take a serious look. And some of the things that you might want to take a look at is look at the man that's leading this movement. Take a look at Mr. Ash. And what you will see is a man that listen to the way he speaks. He speaks with a voice of compassion. He speaks with a voice of strong faith. He believes that this thing is going to really be successful. There's no doubt in his voice, right? And he is just a people person, man of integrity, a man that loves to give. So this is the kind of person that you want to lead an organization that you're going to be, be in charge of. When you look at the companies on Wall Street, the Fortune 500, their CEOs make some really outlandish salaries. And you realize they know the value of a leader. So they compensate them very well to keep them on board. So leadership is extremely important. Then you might want to take a look at the products that we have to offer. Dr. Derek, I don't know if you have done this or if anyone else has done this, but to go into the current marketplace and just calculate the market value of the comparable products that are already on the market. Find 20 products that are comparable to ONPASSIVE products and just add up the total retail value of what they are. I haven't done that, but I hope someone has done that. I would love to know what that figure is. And then compare that to what Unpassive has to offer for a subscription price that is really, amazing. You'll have access to all these wonderful products. It's a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer. And then realize that there's a law of nature that's called cause and effect. Cause and effect. So you focus on the cause is just, the cause is right, then the effects are likely to follow as sure as day follows night. And the cause of Unpassive is to touch humanity, to raise humanity up from the ground. You rarely hear a corporate company with this kind of vision, with this kind of cause. So I want to welcome you aboard. We believe you will join us. Welcome aboard. And let me applaud you in advance.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you very much, Sir Paul. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. Go ahead, Rose.
Thank you so much, Dr. D. It is so, yes, it is so bad of me to not congratulate Donald Lawrence on registering his first person this evening. Congratulations, Mr. Lawrence. He was here earlier, but I'm not seeing him now.
Okay, wonderful, Donald. Keep up the good work. All right, and that concludes our webinar. I thank you all very much for coming out. If there's no other questions from our guests, if the guests might have a question and they are still here, you can raise your hand at this time and we will definitely take that last hand or last hands, but only from guests that are in the house. All right, so if there are guests in the house, you can still raise your hand, and most definitely we will take that hand. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So it was my pleasure to host this webinar for all our guests, all our founders guests that came. Thank you very much, founders, for making this last push before the 22nd, because as we know, after the 22nd, then that is it for guests to become founders. And so we just have a few more, a couple more webinars that are guest webinar. One from Nigeria that will be on Wednesday. One from the corporate office that will be Tuesday. One from Dream Team that will be Saturday. And again next week, Sunday, right here, same time at 8 p.m. And so this is going to be the last full week of sharing with our friends, relatives, and loved ones to be a part of this already huge, humongous, gigantic company before launch. Normally, we just know that the company launch. We don't know of things before. So it's really a major opportunity to know what happened before a company launch. It's just really amazing to see the development, you know, of this company so far, moving from nothing when I started in 2019. This company started in 2018. There was no video. There was no YouTube channel. There was no webinar. There was no unpassive.com. There was no founders.net or founders.net. There was just, I think there was one or two video that Ash Mufari did put out. Well, I wasn't privy to it. I just listened to a person who I trusted at the time and just jump in. Didn't look left, didn't look right, didn't look up, didn't look down. Just asked him for his link and just sign up. And that was in February 2019. As I said, I was passive for a couple of years because of situations that just happened immediately after that. That same day, the very next day, you know, people died for me. So it was just death after death. And then the pandemic made it worse in 2021, more death. 2020, more death. So this is the last company, the last business that anyone will seriously make some good money. I am looking at a few millionaires shortly after we launch. You understand? Not 5 years, not 4 years like Apple. It was after 4 years of doing that, you know, before Apple generated 300 millionaires. So
I'll just go upstairs.
just know that we are set in a very good place with this company before we launch. So please be advised that we are in for some good things to come. Very good things to come. All right. So thank you very much on this June 12th, 2022, our second to last guest webinar. And I thank you all founders for making it Unpassive, globally changing lives guest webinar for your guests. And we do hope that we took care of your guests. Get back, guests, get back with the person who invited you to this webinar and just ask for their registration link and just sign up. $97 plus out of your pocket plus a $5 fee from your card company, and then under $300 when we go public, one time out of pocket. That you never hear that in business. There's no business that you can find on the planet, even if you're going to keep it start it in your garage. Because just to do a LLC, it's $967 US just for that LLC. So let us make that decision, and thank you very much. Welcome, welcome for those who become founders. I am welcoming you already to this wonderful company that is a brick and mortar established company, registered in the US, registered in India, registered in Singapore, registered in Bangladesh, buildings in those places. What else can you ask for to know that it is authentic? Authentic, authentic, authentic. Thank you very much, and I'd say goodbye, so long, later, have a good day, and we do have a song that we are going to play, which is from our own Lirato. It's a song that was created for Unpassive, for this company, and she's an international singer, and it's In It to Win It. I think that's our theme song. That's our theme song here in Unpassive. In it to win it. Let us hear from Lirato at this time with our closing item. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, we are definitely in it to win it. Most definitely. All right. Thank you all very much. And okay. So we thank you all very much. And thank you, thank you, thank you for coming out and being a part of this wonderful webinar. Have a good night, and we see you again next time.
Good night to all.
Good night.
Dr. David. Good night, especially to the guests.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys, and see you next time as founders.
Yes, indeed.
We love all the guesses.
Ooh.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, good night.
Good night. Good night, Brother Harold.
Yes, good night, good night. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good night, good night.
Ooh, Brother Andrew. Brother Andre.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Hey, Dr. Derek, how you doing? Jack.
Everyone.
Jackie.
Good night, Sister Jackie.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you for coming out.
Wonderful.
Good night, Dr. Benny, ma'am.
Namaste.
Namaskar. Naga.
Namaskar.
Good night, Queen Debbie.
Namaskar. Good night, Queen Debbie, Queen Rose, Queen Verona. Good night.
Ronald.
Good night to Dr. P.
See all founders tomorrow at the round table.
Yeah.
The link is in the virtual office. That's a webinar you don't want to miss.
Okay.
Don't ever miss.
Yep, don't miss that one tomorrow. Round
Hi,
table.
Bishop.
Thank you. Thank you.
2 p.m.
Thank you for an amazing presentation. Thank you for the amazing questions and answers. Awesome.
All right.
Very good as usual, Dr. Derek.
You're welcome. Thank you, Andre. Appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Have a good night or good day, wherever you are. Night
Have
or
a blessed
day,
week.
one out of the two. All right. Take care. See you tomorrow at the round table.
Thank you. Night.